Hi Taurus, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your April 2020 tarot check for all Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I'm so glad to have you with me today, and I want to thank every single person who has subscribed, liked, commented, and shared my videos. I'm still having fun co-creating with all of you, and I look forward to it and hope you do too. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell if you want to be notified when new videos are posted, which is about every week. So I hope everyone's hanging in there as we go through this global dark night of the soul, but know at the end of it, we are ascending to a new higher set point. So we do have to I guess, embrace that change. You know, once we go through it, we will see such a better situation than what we had. I know that can be hard to believe, but it's here now, and we are going to continue. So this is for Taurus for April 2020 for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for Taurus. So this is your current situation, the Hermit, so Virgo energy covered by the Hierophant, so the immediate influence. Your goal in this may be the Nine of Pentacles. The distant past, you have the Ace of Wands. The more recent past, the Two of Cups. And coming towards you, you have Strength. You're represented here by the Seven of Cups. Those around you are the Ace of Cups. The World is your hopes here. And then the Fool is the outcome. In the bottom of the deck, you do have the Seven of Pentacles. I'm sorry, Six of Pentacles. So very interesting reading. Boy, you have a ton of major arcana here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana plus an Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups. Actually, you have two aces. You have the Ace of Wands over here and the Ace of Cups over here. So it's I think this month is going to be a very powerful month for you, Taurus. You have Virgo here. You have Taurus and Earth. You have Leo, Fire, Water. Yeah, not a lot of air in this reading, though. So the Hierophant is all about, you know, higher level of commitment here. And it can be about higher education too. It's interesting though, because they're both telling you you're on the right path. The Hierophant and the Hermit are here to guide you. The Hermit leads you. The Hermit is like the silent guide with the lantern that shows you the light, shows you the way with their lantern. And so the Hermit is all about going within, quieting your mind, reaching toward your higher self, connecting with that source energy, and that's how we become enlightened. So the Hermit is a 9, so it's getting close to the conclusion of a cycle, whereas the Hierophant is a 5 and is all about change. So at the conclusion of the cycle, I think you're going to see some major changes coming forward. You definitely have a love interest here who wants to be committed to you, may have been a reconciliation that they really want to take it to the next level here. So this is sort of your destiny and things is opulence. The Nine of Pentacles, it's the single lady card, but she's single, stable, and knows who she is. This is somebody who does not need a partner in order to achieve material success. It's a very financially savvy energy person, and I think that ultimately you're able to be on your own, be contented, be financially abundant, but you want a partnership, and you can have it all. You really can. You can have both. You may have, too, some desires on the material plane where, you know, you've taken a look at your life and taken inventory and thought, what do I really want here? You know, and definitely you want stability. You want, you know, if you're going to be quarantined, you want to be with someone who's very attractive to you. Now, you had a new opportunity here, and this is where I feel like it could have been with somebody you've dated before or somebody that you've known from the past. Maybe you weren't dating, but they're from the past. And this is in the more distant past where there was a reconnection of some sort, and it could have been on a more mundane level like Instagram or something like that. But you definitely reconnected and have this person's thinking of you. in terms of a long-term commitment. They are really, just as you've been taking inventory of your life, Taurus, they have been taking inventory of their own. In the more recent past, you've got this Two of Cups. So in terms of finances and a job, you are in the right career for you. There is nothing here to indicate you're going to have any kind of big career changes. You may have somewhat recently had a career change and then had all this uncertainty come in, but know that you're on the right path and that it's a long-term commitment. It may be disrupted for now, but it's all temporary. Everything is temporary. So we just basically go through a lifetime of activities, and things are impermanent. And when we embrace that, then we're not so scared. When we learn that life is supposed to be impermanent and trying to hang on to it is what causes us the fear. However, in your case, I do feel like you've had the right matches. They just may have been temporarily interrupted. Now here with the Strength card, it's always important in any card when you see that infinity sign, because that's telling you that there's infinite abundance coming towards you. So some of you may have gotten very anxious and may have gotten just feeling kind of down on yourself, but you're in a stage, the energy that's coming towards you is one of overcoming this. So you may have been feeling a bit uncertain here, but you've got an energy coming in where you're going to have some opportunities here. Things are definitely going to expand for you, and you're going to have a lot of options. I think you have this old connection or, past connection, but you have somebody new that's interested in you too. And you're going to have there's going to be some competition for Taurus. You're going to have some decisions to make. And the main thing is just to not be caught with those rose-colored glasses on. Not to get kind of swept away by the person who comes in big, has a big personality, but is not going to be able to run the distance, because they can be very charming, very attractive, but they're not stable enough to keep a commitment. You get two different energies. One is that. The other one is maybe not your usual type, but they're very stable and they're a long-term commitment. They might not be as, like I said, spontaneous and kind of spur of the moment, but they're somebody who is good at planning, which you'll enjoy. They're very detail-oriented, and they are thoughtful. They're thoughtful, but, they are, more the kind of person who's thoughtful, like you'll walk in and find them, I'm seeing this screwing in a doorknob or something like that, where they kind of take care of things, not as much of a, show up with a, huge arrangement of flowers. They may not do that as much as do kind of those day-to-day things that nobody likes doing, like changing light bulbs. They'll be your light bulb changer. They do want to come in with a big offer. Like I said, this is long-term. And my feeling on this is the person who offers the more stable energy is the one that you'll go with. I do think, like I said, you're going to have somebody that kind of zips in, but I don't think you're going to give it too much mind. I think you are more into, long-term stable commitment, and the money's going to be there too. This person makes a good living. I don't know if they're an engineer. I'm getting that for somebody. It's something like that, where they're an engineer and they're, I can just see them at work with their AirPods in. It's like they work in an office and everybody's wearing AirPods, which seems kind of a little bit stilted, doesn't it? But that's just how they are, and almost like you kind of chiding them and laughing about it, like, boy, your office is a really social place with everyone in their AirPods. But this person is, like I said, they want that higher level of commitment, and they're just an awesome person. I also think for some of you, you're going to really feel a pull towards something new on the work front too. But it's going to be abundant. It's going to be some kind of new project or a new philosophy. I wish you would have had the Hanged Man here in some ways, because that's like a whole new perspective. But you do have the Fool, so actually that's even better. You're going to be jumping towards something new at work where, like I said, it's maybe a fairly new job anyway, but you have a way of looking at things, a new perspective after all of this that's going to bring in a lot of money. So, you know, our travel plans may have been on hold temporarily, but your ultimate goal, you do want to go and travel and see the world. It's also a conclusion of a cycle. So I think those of you that have been single for a while, that is coming to a close. You are going to be in a committed relationship. And again, the energy is very strong for it in April. So it's pulling towards you. You just have to be clear about what you want, because that's the main thing that keeps us from the things we want. We get a bit of a mixed vibration. You know, I think one of the clearest signs is Aries. Ask an Aries, what do you want next? And they can answer you almost immediately. If somebody was to call you on the phone, who would you want it to be? If you can't answer those questions right away, you kind of want to get into that Aries mindset and be very clear on what you want, because you'll get it. You will. You've got everything you need here. So that's, again, this is also to the Dancer of the Tarot. She's very free, and there's a part of you that wants that freedom, wants that fun, wants to be able to do what you want to do, you know, have that big comfortable house, those kinds of things, and you're going to be getting it. So with the Fool card, this is a 0, so that's all about infinite potential. Okay, I love this card because, you know, where the Magician is a transformer, it's like the Fool is sort of like the age progression towards the Magician. The Fool is not afraid to take chances, and I think you are going to take a chance with somebody. You are up for the challenge, and again, with the world, they are surrounded by a wreath, and the Fool also has you know, wreath around their head too here. So it's a time of, you know, truth to come out, to start being really open and upfront about your feelings. Again, this person's going to come forward with their feelings. This whole time has really given them pause to look at their life and go, you know what, I'm how old? I really want to find my ride or die. I want this person with me. If we're going to jump off the cliff, we're going to be together doing it. But it's also going to be very balanced in terms of money. So you've got Libra in here too, but it's going to be a very balanced union, and it's going to be somebody who really uplifts you, encourages you, wants the best for you. There's just not that ego-driven competition like you may have had in some other relationships. So here is a Money in the Law of Attraction card from Abraham Hicks. They have been doing live broadcasts starting this week, and they're just excellent. It's a subscription that you can purchase, but I really had enjoyed mine yesterday. So I can set my own standards for financial well-being. Once you are able to achieve and consistently maintain your personal alignment, a great deal of money will flow into your experience if that is your desire. Do not let others set the standards about how much money you should have or about what you should do with it, for you are the only one who could ever accurately define that. Come into alignment with who you really are and allow those things to flow into your experience that life has helped you to know that you want. So it's your time now, Taurus. And your Whispers of Love card here. New love. Embrace an opportunity for love in your work prospects or for spiritual growth. So I love you so much, Taurus, and I will be back in about a week for a weekly reading. Take care, stay well, and I will see you then.